Before we dive in, a quick note. This guide is for educational purposes only. While every effort has been made to ensure accuracy, there may be minor errors or updates since publication. The information here is not a substitute for professional advice, especially regarding medical or psychological matters. Use this as a helpful resource to improve your focus and productivity, but remember to consult experts when needed. Now, let's get started on your journey to mastering focus and reclaiming your time in a world full of distractions. This video is your roadmap to mastering focus in a noisy, fast-paced world. We'll cover why distractions are so powerful, how your brain chooses what to pay attention to, and practical steps to take back control. You'll discover proven techniques like the Pomodoro method, the Pareto principle, and how to create a distraction-free workspace. By the end, you'll have actionable strategies to boost productivity, manage your time, and build habits that last. Let's begin by understanding the challenge we all face: staying focused in a world full of interruptions. Staying focused today is harder than ever. Social media, text messages, emails, and even friendly interruptions constantly pull our attention away from what truly matters. The result: we often feel behind, overwhelmed, and like we're working all day but accomplishing little. This guide is here to help you break that cycle. By learning how to manage your attention and time, you can finish projects on your schedule and enjoy more time for yourself and your loved ones. Let's explore how you can take back control. It's easy to feel like the clock is your master, but the truth is, you have more control than you think. By setting clear goals, minimizing distractions, and using proven time management techniques, you can reclaim your day. This guide will show you how to stop being a slave to the clock and start working on your own terms. Ready to take the first step? Let's look at the psychology behind why focus is so difficult and what you can do about it. Think about your daily life: endless to-do lists, constant phone notifications, emails, and people needing your attention. Modern technology has made life easier in many ways, but it's also created a world where distractions are everywhere. The average office worker is interrupted every 3 minutes, and it can take up to 25 minutes to get back on track after a distraction. It's not that we have too much work, it's that we have too many interruptions. Let's see how your brain decides what to focus on. Your brain is constantly sorting through information, deciding what deserves your attention. This process is called selective attention. There are two main types: top-down and bottom-up. Top-down is voluntary focus. You choose what to pay attention to, like your goals. Bottom-up is stimulus-driven. Your attention is grabbed by whatever pops up, like a phone notification. Most of us default to bottom-up, making us easy targets for distractions. The goal is to train yourself to use top-down focus more often. Top-down focus means you're in control, working toward your goals and ignoring distractions. Bottom-up focus, on the other hand, means you're reacting to whatever grabs your attention. Unfortunately, our brains are wired to be bottom-up focusers by default. Every little ping or buzz can pull us away from what matters. Willpower and focus are limited resources, so the more you're distracted, the harder it is to get back on track. Let's learn how to shift toward top-down focus. Small distractions like emails or phone notifications might seem harmless, but they add up quickly. Each time you check your phone or glance at an email, your brain has to refocus, which takes time and energy. Even if you think you're just giving a few seconds to notification, it can derail your productivity for much longer. Recognizing this is the first step to regaining your focus. Next, let's see just how powerful notifications can be. In the past, phone calls were rare and usually important. Today, our phones beep and buzz constantly with texts, emails, and social media alerts. Research shows that even a single notification, whether you respond or not, can hurt your performance as much as taking a phone call. In one study, students' test performance dropped just from hearing a notification. The takeaway: even the smallest interruptions can have a big impact on your ability to focus and get things done. Study at Florida State University tested how notifications affect focus. Students were asked to complete a simple task, tapping a key when a number changed, except for the number 3. The first time, they did it with no interruptions. The second time, their phones received texts or calls. Even when students ignored the notifications, their performance dropped. This shows that just knowing you have a notification is enough to break your concentration and hurt your results. Understanding how easily we're distracted is crucial. The more you allow notifications and emails to interrupt your day, the harder it becomes to stay focused. The solution: prepare for distractions by limiting them as much as possible. Turn off your phone, stay away from social media, and create an environment where your brain isn't constantly pulled away from your work. Next, let's talk about building the willpower to make these changes stick. Even if you're easily distracted, you can take steps to limit the impact. It's not always easy, but finding your willpower and motivation can make a huge difference. If you're tired of wasting time on social media or constantly checking your phone, it's time to make a change. The first step is understanding what motivates you and how to harness that energy to stay focused. Let's look at two powerful tools: the Pareto principle and SMART goals. The Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, says that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Originally about wealth distribution, it applies to almost everything, including your workday. Most of your productivity comes from a small portion of your time. By identifying and focusing on the most important tasks, you can get more done in less time. Let's see how you can use this principle to your advantage. Many people spread their time thin, working on lots of tasks that don't really matter. The key is to identify the 20% of tasks that produce 80% of your results. Focus your energy there, and you'll see a huge boost in productivity. This approach helps you avoid wasting time on low-value activities and ensures you're making real progress every day. Now, let's talk about setting effective goals to keep you on track. Setting goals is essential for staying focused. But not just any goals, SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of vague goals like get more done, set clear, actionable targets. For example, decide exactly what you want to achieve, break it into smaller steps, and set deadlines for each part. This makes your goals more motivating and easier to accomplish. Set a SMART goal. Start by being specific about what you want to achieve. Make sure you can measure your progress. Set goals that are realistic. Ensure they're relevant to your bigger objectives, and always include a deadline. For example, if you have a big project, break it into smaller tasks, assign deadlines, and track your progress. This approach keeps you organized and motivated, making it much easier to stay focused and get things done. It's easy to make a list of things you want to do and then never get around to them. That's why setting deadlines is so important. When you give yourself a reasonable time limit for each task, you're more likely to stay on track and avoid procrastination. Deadlines create a sense of urgency and help you prioritize what matters most. Next, let's talk about creating an environment that supports your focus. Your environment plays a huge role in how well you can focus. The more distractions around you, the harder it is to stay on task. Creating a focus haven means cutting out noise and interruptions wherever you work. Start by noticing what usually distracts you: phone notifications, emails, or even people stopping by. Once you know your triggers, you can take steps to eliminate them and create a space where you can truly concentrate. Social media and email are two of the biggest time wasters. When you're ready to work, turn them off completely. If needed, set up an auto-reply on your email to let people know you'll respond later. This way, you're not tempted to check every notification. The less you see or hear from these platforms, the more you can focus on what really matters. Next, let's talk about managing your phone. Your phone is a constant source of distraction, with alerts for messages, emails, and social media. If possible, turn it off completely while you work. If you can't, adjust your settings so only important calls or messages get through. This reduces the number of interruptions and helps you stay focused for longer periods. Once you're done with your work, you can turn your phone back on and catch up on anything important. An open door is an invitation for distractions. Noise from the hallway, coworkers stopping by, or even just the feeling of being exposed can pull you away from your work. When you need to focus, close your door. This simple act can muffle sounds and signal to others that you're busy. If possible, make your workspace look like you're not available for interruptions. You'll be amazed at how much more you can get done. Silence can sometimes be distracting, especially if you're used to background noise. Classical music is a great solution. It fills the silence without grabbing your attention. Unlike your favorite songs, which might tempt you to sing along, classical music helps you concentrate and has even been shown to improve focus. Try playing some soft classical tunes next time you need to buckle down and work. Organization is key to minimizing distractions. When your workspace is cluttered, you waste time searching for things and are more likely to get sidetracked. Take time to organize your area, keeping frequently used items close together and removing anything you don't need. Each night, prepare for the next day by gathering everything you'll need for your projects. This way, you can jump right in without wasting time or losing focus. Tranquil, distraction-free workspace helps you relax and focus. By turning off your phone and email, closing your door, and organizing your area, you create an environment where it's easier to concentrate. The less your brain has to process unrelated information, the more energy you have for the task at hand. Now, let's look at how to stay focused in our digital world. Technology has made it harder than ever to stay focused. Even the most disciplined people can be thrown off by a single notification. With more devices and apps than ever, distractions are only increasing. The key is to recognize how technology affects your focus and take steps to minimize its impact. Let's start by looking at the biggest culprit, your phone. Phones are no longer just for calls. They're a hub for texts, emails, social media, and endless notifications. Each alert tempts you to check your device, pulling your attention away from your work. Even if you know the message isn't urgent, it's hard to resist. The more often this happens, the harder it is to get back on track. If you want to improve your focus, start by managing your phone use. Digital minimalism means using only the technology you truly need to get your work done. If you don't need the internet, turn it off. If you can work without your phone, put it away. The goal is to remove as many digital distractions as possible so you can focus fully on the task at hand. This approach helps you get more done in less time and with less stress. When you start a project, gather all the information you need first. Spend a set amount of time online, print out what you need, then disconnect from the internet. If you're writing, turn off Wi-Fi or use software that doesn't require an internet connection. Turn off your phone, speakers, and any other devices that might interrupt you. If you need to check something later, make a note and come back to it after you're done. Everyone's work is different, so digital minimalism will look different for each person. If your job requires social media, limit yourself to work-related tasks and turn off personal notifications. For other projects, see how many devices you can turn off before you start. The fewer digital distractions, the more productive you'll be. Now, let's talk about taking control of your time. Many people feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day, but with the right focus and time management techniques, you can get more done and feel less overwhelmed. Remember, you are in control of your time, not the other way around. Let's explore some proven methods to help you manage your time more effectively, starting with Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. If you give yourself 3 weeks to finish a project, it will take 3 weeks. If you set a 1-week deadline, you'll likely finish in 1 week. The lesson: set shorter, realistic deadlines for yourself to get things done faster and avoid last-minute stress. Let's see how this works in practice. Use Parkinson's Law to your advantage. Set your own deadlines that are sooner than the official ones. Even if you have 3 weeks for a project, aim to finish in 1. This creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay focused. You'll be surprised at how much you can accomplish when you give yourself less time to procrastinate. Next, let's look at the Pomodoro technique for managing your work sessions. The Pomodoro technique is a simple but powerful way to stay focused. Work in short, intense bursts, usually 25 minutes, then take a short break. After 4 sessions, take a longer break. This method helps you maintain concentration, avoid burnout, and get more done. All you need is a timer and a to-do list. Let's break down how to use this technique step by step. Start by listing your tasks, with the most important at the top. Set a timer for 25 minutes and focus on one task until the timer rings. When time's up, mark off 1 Pomodoro and take a short break. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15-30 minutes. This cycle helps you stay fresh and productive throughout the day. Remember, don't check emails or get distracted during your work sessions. Taking breaks isn't just allowed, it's essential. Your brain needs time to rest and recharge, especially after periods of intense focus. Short breaks help you maintain high levels of productivity and prevent burnout. Even a quick stretch or walk can make a big difference. After several Pomodoro sessions, give yourself a longer break to fully reset before diving back in. Another powerful technique is eat the frog. This means tackling your most important or challenging task first thing in the morning. By getting the hardest job out of the way early, you free up mental energy for the rest of the day. If you have 2 big tasks, start with the bigger one. This approach helps you avoid procrastination and makes the rest of your day feel easier. Each morning, identify your frog, the task that's most important or most difficult. Do it first before anything else. Don't put it off or let other tasks distract you. Once it's done, you'll feel a sense of relief and accomplishment, and the rest of your day will go more smoothly. Make this a daily habit for maximum impact. Many people believe multitasking makes them more efficient, but research shows the opposite. Multitasking leads to more distractions, lower quality work, and slower progress. Single tasking, focusing on one thing at a time, helps you do better work faster. By giving your full attention to each task, you avoid the mental fatigue that comes from constantly switching gears. When you single task, you avoid the distractions that come from juggling multiple projects. You can concentrate fully, produce higher quality work, and finish tasks more quickly. This approach also reduces stress and helps you feel more in control of your day. Whenever possible, pick one task, focus on it until it's done, and then move on to the next. It may feel like you're always running out of time, but with the right strategies, you can make the most of every day. By understanding Parkinson's Law, using the Pomodoro technique, and focusing on one task at a time, you'll find you have more time than you realized. It's It's all about working smarter, not harder. Next, let's review the key takeaways from what we've covered so far. Master your focus. Remember these key points. Limit distractions by controlling your environment and technology use. Set smart goals and use the Pareto principle to focus on what matters most. Apply time management techniques like Parkinson's Law, the Pomodoro technique, and eat the frog. Single tasking beats multitasking every time. With these strategies, you can reclaim your time and boost your productivity. Change doesn't happen overnight. Start by implementing one or two of these strategies at a time. As you get comfortable, add more. Over time, these small changes will become habits that support your focus and productivity every day. Remember, consistency is key. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay on track and get things done. Stop letting distractions and the clock control your life. With the right mindset and tools, you can take back your time and focus on what truly matters. Whether it's finishing projects, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a sense of accomplishment, you have the power to make it happen. Start today and see the difference for yourself. Mastering focus is a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, but every step forward counts. Celebrate your progress, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving toward your goals. With patience and persistence, you'll develop the focus and productivity you need to succeed in any area of life. Thank you for joining us on this journey to mastering focus. Remember, you're in control of your time and attention. Use the strategies we've discussed to limit distractions, set clear goals, and manage your time effectively. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your productivity soar. Here to a more focused, productive, and fulfilling life.